Hello.
he pivoted, shifting the focus away from the question and toward broader achievements. Growth figures, inflation trends, trade deals, all of it may be relevant. None of it directly addressed the core issue raised, and that's where the pressure began to build. As in PMQ's repetition is power, when Badenoch asked the same question again, reminding the House that just months earlier the Prime Minister had answered with a simple yes, the contrast became impossible to ignore. What had changed? Why the shift? Why avoid the same clarity now? That moment turned the exchange from routine political theatre into something far more. It exposed a tension that often defines modern politics, the clash between messaging and accountability. From Starmer's perspective, avoiding specifics before a budget announcement is standard practice. Governments rarely lock themselves into detailed commitments ahead of major fiscal decisions. But from the opposition's point of view, that caution can look like evasion when it contradicts earlier statements. Exactly the line Badenoch. As the debate escalated, both sides dug in. The Prime Minister leaned heavily on criticism of the previous government, highlighting economic damage, austerity, and past decisions. Meanwhile, Badenoch kept bringing the conversation back to the present, to tax fears, spending, and the growing concern among businesses and households. The speakers' repeated interventions told their own story. When order needs to be restored multiple times, it's a sign that the debate has gone beyond controlled exchanges and into genuine confrontation. The noise, the interruptions, the rising tension, it all reflects how high the stakes are. Because this isn't just about political point scoring, it's about trust. When voters give promises, especially on something as personal as taxes, they expect
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Moments like this matter. Give the public a chance to see beyond prepared speeches and into real-time pressure, where every hesitation, every shift in tone, and every unanswered question speaks volumes. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Britain Daily. It's completely free.
The NBA on Disney Plus is happening now. Right now, this season is unpredictable.
Please step away from the vehicle now. Is there a problem?
How do you evaluate Turkey's power vis-a-vis USA and Israel, and what are your expectations about your relations with the Russian Federation?
Prepare for battle.
But there was a problem with the translation, or I think the device doesn't work properly. I understood the last part of your question. Well, I'm going to Moscow this afternoon, and I have a meeting with President Putin tomorrow morning. Russia is friend of Iran, and we enjoy a strategic partnership, and we always consult with each other and coordinate our positions. Russia has been a part and the participants of JCPOA,
30 seconds.
so they have been always a party to nuclear negotiations. And even the past 2-3 months that we were negotiating with the United States, we always briefed our Russian friends about the latest about any progress or lack of progress in our talks. Well, I will have serious consultations with the Russian president tomorrow, and we continue to work with each other. Russia is also a permanent member of the Security Council, and we know that they were trying, together with China, to introduce a resolution to the Security Council for the cessation of hostilities. Obviously, now the situation has been changed, and I will have discussion with them that how it should be proceeded.
Final question from IRIB. If we can hand over the microphone to the gentleman right there.
Assalamu خدمات کلیدی سایر الان صحبت داشتن در میانجیگری و کنید نقش ترکیه در این رابطه بیشتر بعد میتونه ترکیه
Thank you. Yesterday, President Erdogan mentioned a mediation instrument. Can Turkey handle such a diplomacy or mediation?
ترکیه داشتم. ترکیه
I had very productive meetings with the President of the Republic of Turkey yesterday, and I also had contacts with some of the countries of the region. Some of the countries of the region, such as Turkey, are in that they could be mediating so that the
lots of useful, important meetings with the foreign ministers of our region, and we discussed about different initiatives and ideas existed for peace.
The first of many failures you face.
We fly.
In the strongest terms, the United States' brutal military aggression against Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities. It is an outrageous, grave, and unprecedented violation of the fundamental principles of the Charter of the United Nations and international law. The warmongering and lawless administration in Washington is solely and fully responsible for the dangerous consequences and far-reaching implications of its act of aggression. The US military attack on the territorial integrity and national sovereignty of a UN member state carried out with genocidal Israeli regime, carried out in collusion with the genocidal Israeli regime, has once again revealed the extent of the United States' hostility towards the peace-seeking people of Iran, who will never compromise over their independence and sovereignty. The Islamic Republic of Iran continues to defend Iran's territory, sovereignty, security, and people by all means necessary against not just US military aggression, but also the reckless and unlawful actions of the Israeli regime. While President Trump was elected on a platform of putting an end to America's costly involvement of forever wars in our part of the world. He has betrayed not only Iran by abusing our commitment to diplomacy, but also deceived his own voters by submitting to the wishes of a wanted war criminal who has grown accustomed to exploiting the lives and wealth of American citizens to further the Israeli regime's objectives. The US act of aggression against Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities constitutes not only a flagrant breach of the UN Charter, especially the prohibition of the use of force under Article 2, Paragraph 4, and the obligation to respect the state's territorial integrity and sovereignty, but also a violation of UN Security Council Resolution 2231. It cannot be emphasized enough how much of a devastating blow that the US, a permanent member of the Security Council, has dealt to the global non-proliferation regime.
Uy, salve
The
ka ba?
Islamic Republic of Iran joins the United Nations, the Security Council, the UN Secretary General, the International the International Atomic Energy Agency, and other relevant international bodies of their duty and responsibility to take urgent and decisive action in response to this breach of international law. Silence in the face of such blatant aggression will plunge the world into an unprecedented level of danger and chaos. Humanity has come too far as suspicious to allow a lawless bully to take us back to the law of the jungle. The Islamic Republic of Iran calls on the Security Council to convene an emergency session to unequivocally condemn the aggression by the United States against Iran and to hold the administration in Washington accountable for its violations of fundamental principles of United Nations Charter and of norms of international law. The responsibility of the IAEA and its Director General, who through evidence bias in favor of warmongering parties paved the way
Bara.
for violence and bloodshed, is now we call on the IAEA Board of Governors to immediately convene and carry out its
PP guys.
responsibility in response to the dangerous US attack on Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities, all of which have been under the agency's full safeguards and monitoring. The world must not forget that it was the United States which, in the midst of a process to forge a diplomatic outcome, betrayed diplomacy by supporting the genocidal Israeli regime's launch of an
I go back,
aggression on the Iranian nation. Not content with such malign actions, the United States itself has now also opted for a dangerous military operation and aggression against the people of Iran. In doing so, the US administration holds sole and full responsibility for the consequences of its actions, including the Islamic Republic of Iran's right to self-defense under the principles of the United Charter. In accordance with the UN Charter and its provisions allowing a legitimate response in self-defense, Iran reserves all options to defend its security, interests, and people. Thank you very much.
Sus.
We will now be taking questions. We'd like to start with the Associated Press.
Your top tower is under attack. Radiant
Ibo kay basic bot.
Your top tower is under attack.
Level 6 basic bot.
Sayın Bakan, bu
müzakere kapıları hala açık
Distinguished Minister,
görüyorsunuz.
are the doors for negotiation still open?
Tamam. Şimdi ses geliyor mu?
Can you hear me now?
Sayın Bakan,
Distinguished Minister,
müzakere hala kapıları açık görüyorsunuz.
is the door for negotiation still open?
Adeti mi?
How translate? Interpreter, please speak.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? In the English channel, can you hear me?
Bakanlar açıklıyor mu?
If I may just step in here and just translate real quick for my colleague. He's asking if there are still room for negotiations moving forward.
Arapça olarak bir sefer kusura bakma eğer Arapça biliyorsan.
So right now, you can translate.
Türkçe mi? Sayın Bakan, Ahmet Land'dan bir söz aldım. Müzakerelere hala kapı açık mı görüyorsunuz? Tahran'la görüşmüş müydünüz? Bugün
Negotiation
nükleer
doors
tesislere
still
kurulan
open?
nükleer tesislere
Sorry.
What kind of damage has been occurred on the nuclear facilities? Is there any intermediary country like Turkey, like Saudi Arabia, like Qatar, do you continue such activities of mediation? How do you see the process? Thank you.
Bukir.
Your bottom
Well,
tower
I
is
have
under attack.
been in touch with the ground, of course. I still do not have exact information about the
Your bottom tower is under attack.
level of damages,
Your bottom tower
but I
is
don't
falling.
think it matters how much damages have been made. Attacking a nuclear facility by itself is said I had discussion and talks with a number of foreign ministers of the region. Almost all
Arnero, come!
are very much concerned and interested to play a role. This aggression by Israel, of course, they're worried about a possible attack by the United States. But yesterday we were all talking about how to stop the Israeli aggression. Well, of course, the door for diplomacy will be always
Dire structures
keep open.
are fortified.
But this is not the case right now. My country has been under attack, under aggression, and we have to respond based on our legitimate right of self-defense. And we will do that as long as needed and necessary.
We now entertain a question from Al Jazeera.
Your middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Thank you very much, Minister. So, you say that you need to respond right now, but we know that Iranians are known for their talents in negotiations in diplomacy and trade. What would be the conditions after responding from Iran to come back to a negotiation table, maybe with the US as well? And Turkey has been offering that Ankara can meet for a trilateral between Turkey, US, and Iran. What would be your response to that? Because right now the US is technically involved in this conflict. Thank you.
Well, I think it is irrelevant to ask Iran to return to diplomacy because we were in the middle of diplomacy. We were in the middle of talks with the United States when Israelis blew it up. And again, we were in the middle of talks a negotiation with Europeans happened only 2 days ago in Geneva, when this time Americans decided to blow it up. So we were in diplomacy, but we were attacked militarily. So it was not Iran, but the US who betrayed diplomacy. They betrayed negotiations. When at the middle of negotiations with us, they gave green light to Israelis, if not instructed them to attack Iran.
Hey guys, centralize.
They have proved that they only understand the language of the oops, and this is very unfortunate. The United States showed that they have no respect for United Nations Charter. They have no respect for international law. They have no respect for any international law regarding, managing the board and facing challenges of food. There is no red line that they have not crossed. And the last one, the most dangerous one, was happened only last night, when they crossed a very big red line by attacking nuclear facilities. I don't know how much room is left for diplomacy. We are now calculating
Sis na.
the damages. And let's say the damages are not only for our nuclear facilities, the damages are for the United Nations Charter. It was not only Iran facilities which was bombed, it was also the United Nations Charter. It was also non-proliferation regime and NPT which was bombed last night by Americans. And it was the rule of law and international law which was bombed. So now we have to see how much room is left for diplomacy and we will decide.
I'd like to hand over to TRT World.
Mr. Minister, the US President Donald Trump warned that Iran must now make peace, otherwise the future attacks, he says, would be far greater and much easier. So how is Tehran responding to that threats from Washington? Thank you.
I think it's not up to Iran to respond to that. The whole international community should respond of such a clear threat. Iran has done nothing wrong. We do not understand why Iran should be attacked for a false accusation that Iran is seeking nuclear weapons. It's now more than 20 years that we are trying to prove that our peaceful nuclear program is in fact peaceful and would remain peaceful. Negotiated for a long time with the so-called P5+1, and we came to a deal which the whole world celebrated as an achievement of diplomacy. And then it was the US who withdrew from that deal and reimposed their sanctions and restarted their threats. Again, we were negotiating with the same administration. Then all of a sudden they decided to attack us, first by Israelis, then by themselves. And now they are threatening us for more attacks. So it's not up to Iran, but it's up to the international community to condemn this, to prevent this. Otherwise, there will be nothing left for the international law, for the security at the world level, The Security Council should play its role, should play its responsibility
Your
to
middle
prevent,
tower is
to
under
condemn
attack.
and prevent these kind of threats. We will certainly defend our interests, we will certainly defend our territorial integrity, our sovereignty and our people. And I'm so glad that our people are now fully understand what injustice they are doing against the Iraqi people. They are united and in solidarity with the government, and they stand firm against any aggression.
Your bottom tower
Next,
is under
CNN Türk.
attack.
Mr. Minister, how do you assess the West's stance on Israel massacres? No one seems to mention Israel's allegedly illegal nuclear weapons. The German Chancellor even said Israel is doing the dirty work for us. So what is your response? Thank you.
Well, what should I say?
Your top tower is under attack.
Nice. That makes it easy. Book early, save big. Goda's early. There's a price drop. Goda means buy it instantly. Stick to your budget. Goda has great deals for all budgets. Enjoy your adventures. Goda has great deals for activities.
Booker, come.
See you.
I'll take that as tribute.
Russian regime will be to be defeated. Iran is a committed member of NPT. But NPT is not able to protect us. So why a country like Iran or other countries who are interested to have a peaceful nuclear energy should rely on NPT for their peaceful activities?
You're dead now.
Chancellor called. And by the way, they supported that dirty job. It's a shame. They know that Israel is doing a dirty job and they support it and they give it every right to do it and they call it defending itself. It's really a shame. Pardon? Well, I think I'm not in a position to really in response to what Americans did last time. I just talked about the fact that NPT failed to protect Iran from its peaceful nuclear program, and this is a serious challenge.
Next, we'd like to take a question
Stupid.
from IRIE.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Shit.
Faites le temps, elles ne valent par ce qu'on ne dit pas, c'est-à-dire la confiance. Et Et c'est souvent comme ça d'ailleurs des sujets militaires, des stratégies. Si on crée chaque fois n'appartient pas de commenter les responsabilités. Les américaines, chaque matin, ils font ceci.
Radiant structures are fortified. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen. Your top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
Ay, nako. Sugod na sugod. Uy, back.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Your bottom tower.
Stupid.
Fired up. Freezing flame. Ice advances. No two ways about it.
Double damage!
Dire's turret has been killed. The enemy's top tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen.
One thing I'm very disappointed at the same time. Very disappointed in data. This meeting was done absolutely nothing. Welcome to their rescue, but they will never come down. This was a test, right? This was a test. Regardless, you don't have to. If you don't have if you don't just remember it's a number of months of standards.
structures are fortified.
Separately, at the same time, was also brought down back right.
Stop
Your
screaming!
middle tower is under attack.
At 05:23 long time, 2 MH-60 Romeo helicopters were spinning merging along on weapon free fall and strike and the boats destroy the mines and the grounds. But this would all change in a matter of seconds. Unknown to them, a Su-23 gunner on the ridge ahead had been watching this silhouette grow against the dawn sky for 4 minutes, and his finger was already on the trigger before the crew ever saw the fear. 2 streams of racers arced across the water like lines drawn with a blowtorch. The Romeo's thin skin handles small arms fire, not much else. A 23mm round through the transmission housing, and the helicopter drops into the Gulf. And right now, those boats were loading mines that had already shut down 20% of the world's daily oil supply over the past 4 nights. The pilot of the Compass 61 shoved the collective, the helicopter's altitude control, like a handbrake that went straight up, down and dropped to 40 feet, below the richest depression limit, where the gunner physically barrels forward to bottom, tracers sail overhead, but 40 feet created its own problem. It gets deeper than the rotor disc. Each of these 4 blades is 27 feet long. That hammers a column of downwashing in the ocean that moves the thermal wave visible on infrared for 30 seconds. Almost a mile of glowing lines painted across the water. Every pin-pass gunner on the island followed that trail like leads to the helicopter. A Reaper drone, alongside Ring 31, had been watching from 12,000 feet for 6 hours. Loading mines onto a fishing dhow is the maritime equivalent of filling a minivan with hand grenades and driving it onto the freeway. Completely insane. And exactly what you do when your real navy is sitting on the bottom of the Persian Gulf. The Reaper could see mines from 3 miles up, but it couldn't see where the weapons you can't bomb because there's nothing to bomb. A guy with a tool on his shoulder standing in a doorway. The Visov 2 is a shoulder-fired heat-seeking missile, Iran's version of a Stinger, handed out to infantry squads who hand out flashlights before storm. The garrison had been awake since Bandar Abbas opened up in smoke 2 days ago. They could hear the rovers, they knew what was coming. They just couldn't see it yet. At 4 kilometers, the airborne tactical officer at the back seat slipped the targeting turret onto the first boat. If you look here under the nose of the Romeo, that's the AAS-44, a forward-infrared sensor with built-in laser designator. The 2 contact lines amidships showed up as fat purple circles on the display. And in the hole of the laser, an invisible infrared beam the target can't see or detect. Think of it like a cat's laser tube, except on the head, see the dial. Mouse has no idea it's being played. Look here at the weapons pile. Each Romeo carries AGM, 14 fire missiles, laser guided, meaning wherever the laser dot sits on the target, the survivors. The laser is visible, touching the hull in real time. But the jigs, missile jigs, but the ATO has the laser steady the entire line, and the hellfire goes blind. He called
Your bottom tower is under attack.
dropped off the pylon, white flash, sprayed power, camera stroke over dark water, and on the ridge, the siege gunner saw the flash and walked his tracers toward him. 8 seconds of flight time. A $150,000 missile streaks toward a fishing boat carrying mines that can shut down a shipping lane. Honestly, one of the better returns on investment Pentagon has ever gotten, assuming the crew lived long enough to file a receipt. The impact. The Dow split the water bottom, one of the contact mines detonated in sympathy. A secondary explosion that threw debris 30 meters, and interswitched problems on the move at the same time. The mirror went white. If you look here at the infrared display, the sensor saturated like a camera pointed at the sun. Too much heat, too fast. Located on the ATO's console is the gain override, a manual dial that forces the clear sensitivity back down with the auto adjustment. But think of it like manually adjusting your phone's brightness when it freaks out from going to a dark room in the sunlight. Except getting it wrong means you can't see the boats that are about to escape. 4 seconds of blank screen, and those 4 seconds were a gift to every gunner on the island. Because the Hellfire Flash had just told the CU-23 crew exactly where the helicopter was hovering. In 60 meters east of the gun, an IRGCN soldier was pulling the saw tube from its case. The ATO's hand wins the game overrun. On the ridge, the CU-23 walked tracers toward the hover. Look here at the CU-23 on the ridge. It's a twin-barreled anti-aircraft gun. Fires roughly 100 rounds a minute per barrel. No radar required. Just a gunner with eyes and a trigger. The worst part is the engagement. Altitude, suppression. The Hellfire Flash just erased that advantage. The CU-23 threw down that engagement flight to even instead of the shadow skipping away. On the breakwater, the operator had the secret. 5 seconds to initial points. The ATO back to designate the next boat. The pilot needed to hold position for the designation. And holding position at 40 feet meant the CU-23 had a stationary target for the first time in the entire engagement. The picture came back in patches. Pier first, then shapes moving where shapes hadn't been moving 10 seconds ago. Every engine on the pier called into life at once. The ATO split to the second boat and called right, and the pilot felt the airframe shudder as he told the 10-millimeter burst was close enough to hear through the canopy. He held position. The Hellfire needed him to hold the laser for 7 more seconds. The man-pad sequence would get 3 more seconds to initialize. The map is that simple and that terrible. Second Hellfire hit. No secondary. The lines were in here, still waiting for arming. Third boat was already adrift from the first blast of pressure. Hellfire caught him amidships. 3 boats for 90 seconds. The CU-23 firing the entire time. It was starting to look like a Surigao. Cutlass 62 had the worst problem of the morning. The armed boat at the far end, a C-14 fast attack craft with a heavy machine gun. 3 mines on the deck, and gunned its throttle toward open water at 45 knots. The disc already firing back. 3 tracers stitching across the water at 600 rounds a minute, and the man-pad's team on the ridge had finally gotten tone. To hit the C-14, the pilot needed altitude. If you look here at the Hellfire's flight profile, the missile needs room to dive onto its target. Firing flat at 50 feet, and the seeker can't tell hull from the ocean. It needed at least 140 feet. But here's the problem. The Missile 2's infrared sensor locks onto the helicopter's engine exhaust, which burns at around 1,300 degrees Fahrenheit. Below 100 feet, the Gulf surface radiates enough heat that the seeker can't separate engine from ocean, like trying to spot a match in front of a campfire. Above 100 feet, the exhaust silhouettes against the sky, and the missile has a clean lock. Go low and the Hellfire can't track the boat. Go high and the man-pad locks onto his engine. The only survivable airspace was a band about 50 feet tall, and the disc was filled in with tracers from below while the man-pads waited above. The Reaper confirmed a second man-pads team on the eastern breakwater. 2 teams on different bearings. Break for one and you fly toward the other. The pilot punched to 140. The ATO slammed the clear onto the C-14 center mast, a 14-meter hull bouncing through its own wake at 45 knots. On the ridge, the man-pad's gunner heard the rotor noise change pitch as the helicopter climbed. His seeker was already growling.
solid tone on the left engine itself from 2 kilometers. The rough tracers toward the engine exhaust with a Chinese-made thermal sight. 3 threads converging on one helicopter from 3 different bearings. And the ATO needed steady wings to hold the laser on a one-meter target while all taking the mark. Rifle. The Hellfire screamed off the rail. Acquired. Dove. The disc kept firing. Rounds close enough, the co-pilot flinched at a tracer crossing 50 meters below the chin bump. The ATO held the laser. One hand on the controller, the other braced against the airframe. Terminal. The Hellfire punched the fiberglass of the engine housing, and the 9 lines on deck kept moving in a chain and fireball missile from 12 miles. The pilot shoved it down and dropped below the ridge line. On the ridge, the backpass gunner lowered his missile too. 7 seconds with the tube on his shoulder, and the helicopter was gone before his seat finished cycling. All that training, all that weight, and the target disappeared before the missile his partner for a second too. The 62 was already below the ridge line and accelerating south, putting limestone between the helicopter and the shoulder-fired missile. The partner lowered the second tube on fire. No sky background, no target, no shot. Cutlass 61 cleaned up what was left. 5th Hellfire caught a boat at the breakwater trying to sneak north. Like a teenager tiptoeing past the living room at 2 a.m. Except Dad has a thermal camera and a $100,000 missile. 6th hit the last down still tied to the bollard. Abu Musa's southern pier was burning end to end. But 60 miles north, a Reaper drone had been watching the harbor that made Abu Musa look like a warm-up, and what was loading at the main pier was about to make every mine they just destroyed look like a rounding error. At 12,000 feet over Bandar Lengay, the sensor operator stared at his screen from a ground control station 6,000 miles away. Miles up. Armed with NASA-1 cruise missiles, and behind the Tondar, a landing craft 50 meters long, flight deck packed with pallets in neat rows. 45 plus naval mines loaded, fused, and already rumbling toward the harbor mouth. 4 targets that he had Hellfires. And this wasn't going to be a cakewalk. 11 MQ-9 Reapers had been shot down in 11 days. One of the main reasons was Iran's 358 loitering missile. If you look here at the 358's profile, it's a small jet-powered interceptor that hunts on infrared alone. 0 radar emission. No warning on the Reaper's radar warning system. Sitting under the bird feeder in the backyard. No movement, no sound, just 2 eyes. Locked on a sparrow. No idea it's being watched. Except when the cat closes at 190 knots, and every 30 seconds, the sensor operator had to break from the harbor to scan the sky for it. 2 seconds of scanning meant 2 seconds of not designating a boat. Like trying to spot a wasp while parallel parking. The wasp doesn't need to sting you to ruin your day. RIM 31 self-protection pod under the wing. An electronic countermeasure system that detects incoming threats and deploys countermeasures, like a car alarm that also deploys smoke, was one of the few Reapers in theater fitted for contested airspace. It was supposed to catch the 358. Supposed to. Strike authorization for about 14 seconds after the request. First target, a binary the ball. Lights involved. The Hellfire hit clean and the mines cooked off. Holes touching, mines hanging, 2-1. 6 seconds of clear blindness from the double detonation, and when the picture came back, the Tondar's radar had snapped to full power. The gun couldn't reach 12,000 feet. The NASA-1 missile were anti-ship, not anti-air, and the radio was the real threat. The Tondar's captain was transmitting bearing, altitude, orbit track to every air defense node on the coast. Shore manpatch teams on the hills behind the harbor. And here's the problem. Those hills gave the shoulder-fired missile to enough starting altitude that its envelope reached nearly 11,000 feet. The Reaper was at 12,000. That's a margin your mortgage broker would call uncomfortably thin. And the 358 controllers now had a 3-degree cone painted straight at the Reaper's engine plume. 30 seconds before the queuing data reached the shooters. After that, every weapon on the coast was looking for one drone, and the sensor operator still had a harbor full of boats to destroy before they scattered into the Gulf. He timed his next shot between the swings of a crane arm on the adjacent pier, loading equipment whose operator had fled. The arm swinging in the blast wind like a screen door in a hurricane. Each pass broke the laser for 0.2 of a second. At Mach 1.3, that's for interruption. Designated on the chase. 92 seconds. The crane actually passed. This man. The GCS recovered until the debrief was that a second 358 had launched 40 seconds earlier from a position the Reaper's sensors had never covered. It was already at 11,000 feet. The first 358 slid across the display with the unhurried geometry of something that already knows where the target is. The pilot's voice came across flat, the kind of calm you hear from your wife right before she tells you exactly how much you spent on Etsy, and called for a brake right. The pilot broke hard. The 358 Seeker, cued by the Tondar's last transmission before the Hellfire erased the antenna, had been riding the engine plume, 400 meters of separation, close enough that the detonating flash filled the display like a second sunrise. Grim 32 arrived on station with 8 fresh Hellfires. Grim 31 handed the scattered boats to the new aircraft and brought them into the lake. That's the harbor mouth. 12,000 feet with 3 miles of standing. 23 could reach this altitude. No disc gunner could walk tracers toward an engine he couldn't see. The only thing that could touch Grim 31 up here was already closing from the east. Now the sensor operators switched warheads. If you look here at the weapons display, the AGM-114N Hellfire uses a metal augmented charge, a thermal barrier warhead that creates a fuel air overpressure pulse. Imagine lighting a match inside a flour bill, except the flour is explosive and the bill is a 50-meter boat. The laser had to land between the second and third pallet rows.
Great taste like the streamy, but mas makapit. Like,
Warthog aircraft are flying to the Middle East via the UK. The USS Tripoli is docking in the Gulf with 3,500 Marines, and the United Arab Emirates is hosting thousands of US troops. C-17s are preparing for halo jumps, and all personnel in the region are on high alert and ready for an attack. But these preparations do not indicate a full-scale ground operation. Rather, they point to a surgical, covert intervention in the Strait of Hormuz and its surroundings. To this end, limited, target-focused amphibious and special forces raid-style operations are anticipated. Because Iran has effectively closed the Strait of Hormuz and tied it to a $2 million ransom, it is anticipated that marine units
excitement kasi siyempre flip-top then first time at tournament kagad yung langit lupa.
Ang objective ko ngayon ng gabi is to say to everybody na sino ako Combustor ng Mindanao.
Siyempre si Devil tingin ko matundin sa battle siguro bigbigan talaga to.
Bulbot na yung mga skill ng mga mag-
kay parang Joey sa sombrero na tumanas. Sa kanan mo, magyay tayo lahat para kay Tidel.
Let's fucking go!
Sa kaliwa naman, Mariveles represent para sa inyo. Galing pa ng Unrock Conquer. Magyay tayo lahat para kay Kulas.
Kalayaan ng ibon na nakatakas. Pulas sa pagpagaspas sa ulap inakalampas.
Ayan si MHP, no Teta, mga salbahing bisor, mga PD, J. Lordon, Dasin Jewel, Madtaw na pare, Lumori Blanco.
Bataan din, maliban lang kay Sardeo. Tig-2 minuto dapat, pakinggan natin. Unang banat, Kaya Assault 17 Langit Lupa Tournament. Kulas.
Game! Siya nga pala yung bagong tropa. Nangapo ni David. O tropa yan ni Lucas. Dalawa na silang birdong pinagdadawal yung bulalakaw. Ginagalaw din nila yung buwan pagkat wala na raw tong dalaw. Fetish nila, kalawakan, planeta, araw. Hindi sila mga tipikal. Pag sinabi nga nilang ikaw ang mundo ko, literal. Ano kayo mga baliw? Tidel pa, di kaya ka nasa battle track. Huminto lang sa clear, di patuktok, di makapandek. Kung di pa tumunod sa alam ni Sendok, di ka lilingon pa balik umaasang. Matilaan ang apoy, sumiklab lang bilang rapper. Naging heavyweight kasi si Lucas Noy, kaya nakikisindi ka sa lighter. Tapos ngayon magtatampo ka, keso sa inyo siya lang inaangat sa top. Kasalanan mo yan kasi tatamad-tamad papatay, patay yung alab mo. Siya hinangad lahat, nangarap maging San Telmo habang nakontento ka sa gaserang umaandap-andap. At wala akong pake kahit idol mo si Sak. Kaumay, pareho kayong bigo na uuwi dahil sa first round ng isa buhay. Kay Shabu yun magugulpe. Kaya iiwanan kang warak parang wasak niyang Kawasaki. Pagsapak dyan sa bibig doon ka lang i-spit ng bloody. Sabi ni Sak lahat pinapi, pati yung magsashabu sabay sa kanrong biglang sali. Ano yan? Nasaraning iwan na yung dati lang na runner. Hindi tayo minasal, kaso walang part parang sak na low at low budget. At mukhang social lang yan sa delivery kasi dinadala ng accent. Pero kahit mag-pure English ka sa pagtugon, parang sa test wait lang pabili mo. Di namin kailangan ng English mo sa Luzon. May to. At makikita nyo tong didil na nagdidelikado.
Hindi awal kabi-kibi mo dadod.
Hinay lagi ko na kamot.
Ay.
Jirat.
Ano ba dyan mga tao? Biar kita patapos na. Ngayon na may inuod.
Minutes na ako. Ayoko kaya magawin. Uy, basahan ni Junyo. Kitchen North, ba?
Sana yung nilagas na. Hindi ko interview mo. Otherwise, talagang wala.
Sir, yes sir.
Nay, matunisan akoan. Dama sa dina pagpin.
Diyan, may tagbilangan lagi.
Siya nag-send daw. Soy-soy lagi nag-send.
Tapikas na siyot.
Tarong sen ba da?
Sa bold ni Wally ba ang siyot? Yeah, mga invisible ba? Mga invisible. Ano dyan, Kyle? Tapusan na dyan?
Matay, kiri.
Ay, awa eh. Igawa nag-sector. Madutlan lagi gapon. Tagis kanan ba?
Ay.
Kuya, makaris?
Sabol ni Luardo. Sabol ni Luardo. Ya, tapos sa jokan. Hindi na lang. Taka-equit rakad. Sabol ni Luardo. Sabol ni Luardo.
Grabe mo.
Hey.
Uy, sawa. Pagsundan ako.
Patay na sad.
Word lion na.
Thrower na, thrower.
Daw gayud na rin tagpatapos di mo human jama. Ano yun to?
Patay na kon.
Ano yun to? Gaya ka ba? Gaya na rin magtatanaw man.
John, biraya ko otro John mo balisap sa PC.
Patay, birahi otro. Tagbirahan na ba sa kawat? Ito na. Kapila na makagibirahan ba?
Umay rank buak kwar kwar.
Legend for pili lagi.
Pero Jefferson.
Diyan. 4 team siguro.
Okay na dyan. Sabi, gaya ka toxic dyan yung mga kon. Sa legend na ba? Grabe na. Di ka ba yung mukuan? Manduwa.
Dog pildi kan eh. Dog pildi.
Birahe ko. Birahe ko, sir.
Invite na ko dun.
Paano yan ako kon? Add friend sa'yo mo. Tag-invite na nakaw. Pag online, Kyle.
Tagunin mo ko.
Online gapon.
Ang kasabot.
Di ko good to print git. Karon print na tayo.
Shit.
Hindi mo basta ka mo, friend.
Shit ka talaga, ha?
Bobo yan. Bakit ipe-print yan?
Masisuy-suy na sab.
Mangita to tip-tap. Okay na. Ano ba?
Why not? Coconut. Marlboro Lee. Oh my Captain. Kung ano dyan? Bangkobs Cup na dyan na line up.
Ng Department of Transportation
Wow.
ang proyekto para sa 5 bagong 77 metro
Jari.
multi-role
Kaning dat.
vessels.
Kasabay kwar.
Building Company Limited ng Japan.
Kasabi na. Kung magbulok.
Sino man?
Kaning nasa to ka.
Kami ako appeal sa iyo.
Ha?
Kami ako appeal sa iyo.
Ini ba kasabi ni?
Hindi aja ba?
Kaning dat ba? Kanang anime ang kuan wallpaper.
Hindi kasabaan ko no.
Kasabi. Kasabi na.
Ayaw iya.
Hama na to yung si Juan. Si Dib. Nihara pa.
Sabi ay.
Diyan ko ba si Dib ay?
Oh yan na. Kaya nara. Buntag siya lang ulit.
Ligo na siya, ligo.
Nanay ko yung sa Jagjawa. May akana ko.
Don't let yellow stop your glow. Shining full of White House. Purple Feeder technology that helps cyber and yellow homes. And feel confident saying hello.
Si Santa 30 kilo.
Katumbas ng ₱1 para sa maritime security ng Pilipinas.
Hindi taas-taas
Hindi lang ito simpleng pagbili ng barko. Ito ay investment sa national security, investment sa disaster response, investment sa maritime dominance. Hindi ito ordinaryong patrol ship. Ito ay floating command center. Narito ang inaasahang kakayahan. Long-range patrol. Kayang magpatrolya ng sa malalaking dagat. Helicopter flight deck para sa rescue, surveillance, at rapid deployment. Advanced radar systems para makita ang mga target sa malalayong distansya. Communication systems para sa command and control operations. Medical facilities para sa disaster response at humanitarian missions.
Nakabulok.
IC ordinance. Kayang mag-operate kahit sa malalakas na alon. Sa madaling salita, hindi lang itong barko. Ito ay lifeline sa panahon ng sakuna, proteksyon sa mga mangingisdang Pilipino, at simbolo ng pamilya ng Pilipinas sa malalayong karagatan. Hindi aksidente ang timing ng acquisition na ito. Habang tumataas ang tensyon sa West Philippine Sea, mas lalong kailangan ng Pilipinas na mas malakas na presensya, mas mahabang kontrol, Philippine Coast Guard ay nasa frontline para sa proteksyon sa mangingisda,
Wardo.
maritime law enforcement,
Offline gapong ko.
disaster response, at sovereignty patrol.
Sir, yes sir.
Yung sniper, sir.
Uy.
Hindi ito basta
New meta,
ito ay simbolo ng lumalalim na partnership ng Japan at Pilipinas. Ang Mitsubishi Shipbuilding Company Limited ay isa sa pinakakilalang shipbuilders sa Japan.
Last pick ako, last pick.
Matagal nang tumutulong ang Japan sa Philippine Coast Guard tulad ng pagkakaroon ng patrol vessels,
Yawa, logi man ta support Jirox.
Okay man na.
training support, at iba pang technical
Bibin ka
cooperation.
na sa magduwa.
Ngayon, ito na ang next
Patay.
evolution ng partnership. Isipin mo ito,
Patay.
isang barko na.
Patay.
Kayang manatili sa dagat ng ilang linggo. Kayang mag-track ng maraming target. Kayang mag-deploy ng helicopter. Higit sa lahat, kayang maging command center sa national emergency. Ito ang future ng Philippine Coast Guard. Ang Pilipinas ay nasa gitna ng isa sa pinaka-busy na sea lanes sa mundo. $1 billion na trade bawat taon.
Wala to. GG tayo.
Mas malakas ang Coast Guard.
Yes.
Mas ligtas
Ikaw
ang
pa.
isda. Mas
GG
stable
tayo.
ang negosyo. At mas protektado ang sovereignty.
Kuha na to, report natin yung
notice
Jirox.
Di mamaripot kay party man.
Wala
Report by report sa 20, wala naman ko pakialam mo yung account.
Report ka 20. Saday ka.
Dapat ganito, subil na ka ng behavior ini.
Nakakamantas ba na yun ng mga tao? Okay, 2,000 ako kay 12,000. Perfect na perfect.
So good pag smurf ni Johnny ni account, yan na account, yan ang paglao.
Kaya ikaw masasayaan. Ikaw siguro ang i-report mo yung?
Kaya ako i-report ka.
Pero may smurf ang kalaban.
Kagay sa hukog mo. Pusanay. Di mahug mo.
Di pa mapusoy.
Pus, ya pa yung 3 minutes.
Nahug mo ako?
Kaya kamar-mara na ako gino. Kaya ako tagpabutang rako ng sword.
Kuya mo kita doon.
30 seconds to battle.
Kaya ogir mid.
Ilis sila tanan.
Dili dyan ogir mid.
Madili ba na yan?
Don't trade dyan.
Dati lang dyan, ayaw pagsaka dyan.
Kaong ko dyan.
Sakarakan, sige.
The battle begins.
Oh, mid don't trade.
Darkness stalks. Hear my word. Oh, yes. My flame lights your trail. I command it. Zan.
Bird.
By my demon staff. Fiends take first blood. Avowed. I go. Indeed. Summoned forth.
Tawa mo sunod man. Uy.
Fear home.
Well, we'll try a versus.
Indubitably. Core.
I've been traveling on a boat and a plane and a car and a bike and a bus and a train. Traveling there, traveling here, everywhere, everywhere. But all along you pay the price for the spin on me. the roll of the dice. Ah, yeah, give me a where you go.
Atras na, di ka mapatay.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Ito, Bera.
Atras. Buang ka.
Sana ko kumaya.
Sige, gujura. Patay na to.
Spam eh.
Tama, no? Kawaya. Dawa na ogre na blind. Keep.
Tara.
Nice DC. Ah.
Yes, sir.
Say yes, sir.
Baka na ako back. Salvi. I am Salvi.
Pwede ka tago diri sa kuan, buhang ira. Hapak pakugod ra. Salvi na sa awa dia. Sige awa ya. Di ka mapatay.
Your top tower is under attack.
Buang ra. Ale.
May ogre dire
I heard that you were at an auto race in Australia and afterwards at the party playing piano. It's a song I think you're single. You said that's my new single, folks. I heard a rumor about this. By the way you're looking at it.
Guess that's around the same as names. I don't know. I was drunk at the time.
Oh yeah?
Ah.
May Landroid ah.
Pwede rin nato doon. Wala may ako silence.
Tukta sudla.
Tawa naka-live.
Wala na sudla. XP na kamo.
Ilugar kami isdang sa taas. Sa ubis. So ilogo na mo dire. Kaya may mga live.
Ano magagadi ya? Patay ta na to dyan.
So dali. XP. I-secure nila dali.
Dito. Jan! Ay, pagpalayo!
Sagdira si Ja, performance.
Ah, sige.
Jama ako.
Dere ba?
Down, no?
Kyle.
Sagdi ba ja? Soy.
Pero.
Back na siguro, patrabo.
Back na. Design.
may ogre.
Ay, di ako pakita niya. Dito ka, dali ka. Pagdito. Diyan na Kyle, diyan na balik ako.
Pero, kompleto sila.
Kaya amazing.
Ay, kayo na kuya ko. Diyan eh.
ko na lang yung dito by item.
Post na. Nangato na sa joke.
Human relationships are complicated, and cycling makes the end of all time. The retentions we're still trying to understand today. One of them, maybe the quietest, but also one of the most painful, was the relationship between Paul McCartney and George Harrison.
Batak mo kasi.
Over the years, their connection slowly broke down.
Skap gani.
Skap, sir. George developed a growing frustration for Paul, a kind of emotional exhaustion. After years
Ay, manin mo sa tag-invite na. Ipaabot naman na.
Kompleto na sila, sir.
Public jams that revealed a deep resentment toward the boy who had once
Kaya
been
yung
his
naging
close friend long before John Lennon chose their lives.
Libre tayo ako, ano? PC.
Captain na na Aquarius.
Uy, ang imi mo na sa...
Kung bigla kami
Makadepuse sa lalundri, mag-seed mo dyan.
in the heart of the simple school bus became a center. One of the most important friendships in the history of rock began. The one between Paul McCartney and George Harrison. Both attended the students and academics.
Kaya na ito pag-asa.
Were cheated to crush. Remember those years. It's a dark period full of wars,
Ay,
punishments.
natamakal pa ganun na ako. Iwas. Sige ka dyan ay.
Teachers who were like you. You know, rock and roll had variety.
Support disciplines, responsible, artistic inclinations. He loved words and had fine lyrics. But deep down, he shared with George a sinister sense of boredom toward formal education, especially in music classes. He saw it. The rock and roll.
They used to chaos and it was 6 events. And over this time, George got hit. George Harrison was moved
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
anything wrong, but we might have like 20 trials, 10, so that 20 hours or something like that. So George got done once, and the teacher this time, you're not even here. He went on, he said this to his dad, they'll get it back over. He said to him, what's that? So George told him to teach. So the next day they were in class, and somebody popped their head round the door.
Kasi iso, aray ko. Tara lang, ibalik.
Patay ako dito.
Tan.
Hindi ka na eh.
Patay ka.
Mrs. down.
Sir, yes sir. Bang.
May is ba daw? Ba mo gamit?
Bawag man kung sila dire. Bawag ilok ba? Bawag ilok.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Paano pa ba?
Ganda-ganda ng laro. Gusto mo mat? Sana dyan, Kyle.
Pusa.
Wala kang social, ha?
Gano? Ako rin eh.
Oo, ko lang. Refusal na kayo. Sweet na dyan sa iyo.
around 1956.
Yan, ini mantas. Sadya siya.
Manta.
Bakit banta? Kaya may diffusal sa non-second skill ng Ogre.
Night. Gabi ka pungot pa ba ng ignite dati? Okay, slow. Daw ng Ogre. Uy! Inuho ko sa'yo na sa'yo, Linsoy.
Bak na.
Bigyan na ako.
Man, kaya pa kadagan.
Diyan ako.
Gabi ka buang mininjati. Gabi ka tungkay jawa.
Dili ka out, dahil ni out da.
Oh, ako na dyan.
Coach.
Direct sa top ah.
Wait, tatap oh.
Ah, sige, dari ako.
Yan eh.
Right?
Mo to?
Grabe mo click mo Ogre.
Ini ano? Sige, rat.
Sorry, sir.
Dari pa isa.
Ito nawaya man.
Patay.
Sir.
Kaya yung tuktok.
Ayun ba dyan? Outpost ba? Pag karating na dyan, outpost. Na-click.
Oy. Saan practice at
Practice na.
post. Twin gate.
Practice kayo ba? Sige kalaban no? Secure na ba?
Lugkat gani.
Sir. Baktas.
Landholdings. Ako muna to. Tingnan ako sa Ogre.
Baktas lagi. Sabi ka talo.
Warded Kyle. Warded rin.
Kyle warded. Si Kyle warded.
Your top tower is under attack.
Uy, hindi napalit man ako ng ward. So, klaro siyang kung nag-farm mo.
Oh, warded rin. Tatakal.
Kaya ko bird. Ato ko ang todo. Dari ang todo tag-drop ko.
Tara dali. Panora baktas na.
Para.
Patay ako bird eh.
Skewer mo siya.
I-skewer sa ako. Hiti ako. Kailangan na hiti ako.
Uy, tag-cancel. Uy, ang isis oh.
Bak na. Okay na dyan. Okay na. 5 na ang Nico ano. Dito yung. Bak na.
Base mo na, musuyod sa tuwan tao. Dami ang isis.
Isloy Kyle lang din. May mapatid yung sal.
Ciao.
Di makapak. Jagan ra.
Ano agad?
Kuhan lang.
Kuha ko yung isa.
Sige, kuha.
Minsan.
Kita mo kill.
Base mo first kill yung gaman.
Sige, Dario.
Kuha pa rin ako ah.
Nuyod na. Sir. Kasakit sa... Bear. Nice one. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Sana yung matagkuha ini.
Unsa?
Ay, team.
Sorry, sir. Expilin, manggod top.
Man! Man! Nakapati!
Sawak, matira kan dyan, di atag. Grabe.
Pagbuo ko ng team Soy. Sa ML Soy.
Ah?
Nakahamok naman nila batak din na.
Tabangin.
Nah. Patay ako.
Away, Kel.
Kaya kumana dyan. ah.
Gana.
Uy!
Kaya kumatabang.
Soy. Away.
Patay na dyan.
Oy, kaguwang sidestep. Sorry. Patay na gara ka ng burst. So, yes, sir.
Patay na yan, Brad.
Patay na,
Walang tao dyan, Brad.
Ay, wala si Conrad ko.
So, yes sir. Patay na.
Grabe.
Top yung mga gitaguan mo ba doon ng mga talent ba dahil content.
May ako kapatid dyan. Oh, may pasamuti mo dyan.
Ang tikin mo flame na matahin ko.
Ah.
Player makatakuan doon. Player
Split. Tawag. Agahapon. Kawan ba ako nakarelate? Pisti ka mo? Agahapon, magod. Expelid. Ha?
Limited RP mamaday ni RP.
Ay.
Grabe naman na. What the fuck naman na yan.
Power wala naka-autobap mamaday sa Ijang.
Yung power. Libre na sa Asia.
Amo dyan isa kapasit. Nag-billion, billion atong duan.
Tagpilian na kibali. Sorry.
Gana na itong first kill dyan, no?
Kyle, ali Kyle.
Gana. Magic gun. Wasted na to? Kurot na?
Oh, yeah. Paano mo na lang yan? Paano mo na yan? Aray ko, sabi ka sakit sa word. Diba? Taka. Sabi ka hayakaya ni Johnny ka dun, katanan. Saro mapindi pa ka dun. Pwede ta daw, no?
Yeah, tayo na yan.
Di mabot, tawa ka dun, patrik lang yung tagto.
Baka ba po? Warded.
Even the sound wasn't as abundant or consistent. It must have been different. Playing up the hill also takes such dominant talents, especially while they're so just
Ano ba dyan? Ano dyan?
Dawata ka Magnus dyan, DRP.
Need na to kuhan? So,
Man. Hindi, tara. Direct RP, sayang yun, ba?
Kaya pa isod. Dari nagsud si Kuan. Warded bagan diri? Ada dari pagsud?
Kaya na, diwaard na.
Diwaard na nito.
Dari
Lay jama.
Grabe ng RP, oy.
Dala ba Tokyo ra?
Mahal, barbecue ra.
Bak na. Kamar kando ah.
Sayang, naka-Tokyo.
Sayang.
Nagiyat ako na igudjud, nakay ni SS naman si Igud. Yara na ako dito na ako tagbuya na ako SS.
Report kaya.
May ato ang mazad ko ano? Golem? Paladyo.
Oo. Nagiyat ako na igudjud, nakay ni Golem naman.
Jawa Richard sa lagi yung kaapaso.
First item din din.
Yung nakaapas siya ba? Sige man to ka DC.
Usman sab. Di mo ko nagduyog ang oras.
Malang tayo kang oras mo yung ganyan.
Wow.
Yan o, may stock na naman yun. Grabe ka, hayakay sa tanan na eh. Dario, pwede rin yun. Ano ka dyan?
Magbantay tayo.
Kaya kan.
Gajura dire.
Gajura.
Oksa. Gaga naman. Wadid mo siguro diri oh.
Okay, kaya wag ko. Kaya pa TV sa top oh.
Tulo dire, dua na dire, dua.
XP na, XP ka na.
Dario.
Try. Sige ako.
Pidiraro kira. Ayaw nagudura. Pag daw nakabidul.
Kabantay na siya.
Abantay. Dahil lawad dito siguro.
Dari.
Your middle
Ayan ako diha.
Kaya pagsaka diya sa'yo.
Oo.
Kaya tawad diya.
Ano.
Daw lagi.
Oman, dari diri nag-farm.
Apa na? Yan.
Gawa ako makafarm na Elvis.
Farm na. Batira tol.
Ace, guys. Down dia skill itu.
Dari.
No, ito nunong man. Man. Stanan.
Guys, ay.
Tayo. Yan na yung mga light ko. Dahil. Kasak.
Tapos.
Quick.
Oh, yes. In that context, George's resentment with John and Paul was understandable. For years, he had been underestimated,
Radiant
relegated to the
structures
second
are
third,
fortified.
both somber
Okay, push ra.
decisions.
Yawa ako lagi may
Ikaw may makahapak dun. Hindi ako makakapak dyan. Titirahin ako ng tower.
That had to fight in songs on record.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Jira, the pusher.
Yun, na-pusher nung ka din.
Adik-adik mo na batay ni Jawa.
Wala kamali ako doon at sinabi ah. Masama pala yun.
Direyuts. Pa.
Why ult yan doon? Push ta.
But in time, he had a shot at us.
Hindi ako naumni ah. Hindi mo saka.
Songs like Here Comes the Sun and something two undeniable choice and proved it to the same level as Lennon and
Aris
Carl
Benta.
as a songwriter. George wasn't singing
Ay, dari.
for himself,
Ay.
but he was no longer
Dari.
Jana.
his artistic maturity,
May picture.
self-confidence.
Nagsud. Tara.
Nagsud ako.
Nagsud si.
Sa park.
Kapit naman.
Sige, kamera.
Kami daw. Are yun.
Birara.
Sige, mag-iso dyan ba?
Doon to. Gina.
Doon na kan.
Ala. Soy.
Sorry ba Bak na.
Nagsud sila.
Sorry. Yawa. Sorry.
Pag ambak na yun mo Gawin ka mo.
Iya, doa kabukran to ugir sanan.
Ya, nagsud sila. Di na ito nakitan.
Pag ambak na yun mo buto. Jay koan. Omni sa nanogyan.
Sayang, pag-is-is ra kanta na to. Sige.
Yaman ta mga expected na ito.
Gold lane.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Okay.
Public pa lang mga.
Nah.
Jawa, dito minum ba Jawa? Kita.
Sorry.
Gold lane ra.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen. Your middle tower has fallen.
Pero sayang.
Pagdama.
Wala lagi. Gusto yun? Pero ba niya? Kapatas na nagtugama.
Mali. Ini udah cukup.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yan lagi ikaw nag-butterfly.
Tayo pa.
Gana bagang BKB? Kaya
Your
Blitz Bill?
top tower is under attack.
Nabawi lang yung killer.
Dahil stop na rin tulo.
Oh.
Despite the constant argument between all of them, those two eventually managed to reconnect between 1973 and 1974.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
He invited Paul to take part in the concert of Paul declined, explaining that because of the election, he had filed his own appeals.
Look at me.
Signing disputes without finance. He didn't want his participation to be seen as a the article he says, his point right, in the price of that
Gao, no?
Yes, I was advised him, yes. But for me, I mean, it's still it's, the same as I'm saying, I mean, for me,
Pero narita. Tas arista.
I may be crazy to think it, but I know it's
Dari ba?
playing on the state, I mean, it's together, you know, maybe it's one night, but you know, the whole thing would be perpetuated, when in fact the truth is that it's not.
Utangin daw diri watch.
It's definitely, you know,
Taas.
Ato pa kayo man. Urot na ako.
during the 1970s, 1974, Paul attended a
Ah,
concert
aris.
for Harrison's Dark Horse.
Galing sang kuan.
Nautok na ako.
Killer ako eh.
Tayo ang baga niyo na.
Gawas, gamay, gawas. Gawa na sila oh.
Diyan na.
Bago dun, kaya pa isos dun.
RP.
Dario.
Nice. Koy tago na. Gawas oh. Okay, palag.
Tapos yun.
Silence. Dari.
Tuan. Dari.
Oh, ya. Kaya nga kuhan, Bunbreaker, yan ito pansin mo.
May LS.
Pero, basta pakuan, kaya grabe ka buwang.
Ako nang
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
May banner to. Ako pa mo to.
Wala pa. Grabe ka lamin harap yan to dama. Fielder, bata na to dun.
Radiant structures are falling.
Ito na tanan ata. Palikod na kayo ng kuhan.
YLS oh, kaya na tapat yun.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Go! Kuyang man.
Pero siguro madutnan ako ng bleed mill. Baka na siguro dun.
Oh, baka. Baktas raw. Agap bidayo eh, ako tipi.
Despite having collaborated on that avowed projects, their friendship fractured. Jordan used to get gone at the concert in Bangladesh. Harrison explained that the event was meant to be a gathering of rock superstars,
Kita kay
not an avant-garde
Paragiton pa.
festival. And that Yoko was he's very money, and he doesn't really have
Nagsudbagan sila.
all the smart work with George. He's got a dagger that's working with Paul. George doesn't really know what's happening. The relationship between George
Higit man.
White tawo, white tawo. Nagsod.
Ito.
Tara.
Pwede rin tao, may RPO.
Dito doon.
Tama ka lang dyan.
Biyang ward, tol. Kyle.
Yama.
Kuhaan tayo ni kuhaan tayo.
Tara.
Para di sila ka-farm.
Ito, man. Tira ka dyan. Isang ko dyan.
Kuha ni.
Gabi ka buang oh.
Kaya kabuang gani. Ito yung lagi jawan dira.
Kuha ni parehog pa.
Kuha na. Iya sila. Patay ka kuman, boy.
Sunod na.
Ikaw.
Okay, ay garanta. Butterfly ko.
Hilira.
Hilak.
Makapak ako, makapak.
Siguro din nakakita sila. Wow, kan ilis das kili do. Tago.
Kuan ka, doon ka siguro. Maka-is mo ng kuan.
Okay, ipapush.
O manon ka siguro doon daw. Ang bringer mo is para sumbol gagad na kuha kanan.
Mita.
Ultranta mid.
Ayan.
Dana yo, hapit na ako pa.
Ito siguro ako bikibi. Para mag-mid ka. Di pa man.
Pwede ra. Hot na. Pas parang.
Yati ako bikibi.
Di ako smoke, maglaw ka mo.
Kuhaan ni, kuhaan ta. Kuhaan tayo ni. Para mag-listen sila pag-farm.
Daan lang pero.
At yung zombie.
Kuha ng career.
Aja palabi niya dyan. Diri ka dyan.
Lagi.
Mission naman ko niya.
Nag-farm ba ko?
Luwas. Kami. Tara.
Oh, patay ka. Mission naman ko niya.
Ay, doon.
Dari iliso. Mini. Ya. Mantara.
Kuya, lagi dari putang i-ward. Para...
Waya na yung mga ward to. Goro tayo dyan.
Dari oh.
Patay na.
Ano dyan?
GG. Ay.
Di. Largo na
Imo na
ta.
ka na po.
Imo. Ito na ta. Ito ta.
Tara.
Ali, Johnny, alay. Jawa siguro, Jawa. Ma-double click lagi. Pisti ka dyan, Jawa.
Tara.
Dario.
I-heal ra ko ya. I-heal ra ko.
Oh.
Wireless oh.
BKB ang kuan na. BKB ang doon.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Yan ay BKB.
Push.
Yan ay BKB ha.
Oh.
Padul pa yun.
Dire. Buang no.
Eri.
Manta ka pila, Brad. Manta ka pila.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Laundry pa na.
Klaro na rin.
Five man na ba sila? Ilaklan. GGWP.
Nice gate. Nice gate.
Ito na eh.
Naluto pa ka, pasit kanton.
Yun na. Wag mong isipin.
Expilin na gyapon ako, expilin.
Ah,
Nay. Sana all. Spilin.
Hindi mo rin sana all. Sana all ka pala eh.
Birahe ko, sir.
Jao, di ba yun ba Jao? Engine ba Jao?
Layo na sila.
Pang-bookstop na kanin galawan.
Pero gana ini ko an. Low na gadud ads gadud ads.
Pre, oh. Medyo sa jaag sa ko man, pre.
I-try sa demo.
Ay, itong target ba?
Oo, target. Gana gadud.
Ags, bigay oh.
Manta ads.
Manta ads.
Bale, kaduha na item ang ads.
Kala magod ka pwede nakadilim mo kuan sa crush.
Jawa wala ra ba dyan laundry? May team si Jaber ba dyan? Ay, di ko sorry. Jawa na laundry dito lagi sa top ng farm.
Certain kinito ka. Laundry.
Sa Cebu, sulit kayo ang performance, wala layo kayo. Ingat to, nangyala rin ko sa upward to waffle, puro avocado, malawig, inuliya ang condition sa subsword. Sa akong ibalik sa akong suspension, medyo sulunan, pero kung nagamandaw, ikakatutol na ginagayaan. Sa mandawi ka ron sa Shocks Works, nagpanik pa sa Shocks, tapos lechon dun sa Shocks, ano ang trust dun sa Cebu, Shocks Works,
Grabe. Largo ka 3-9. Nag-double down pa ka dyan. Easy.
Pag-double down ka din.
Double down ako.
Grabe man na pilpit. Kahit. Waray daog.
Jawa, buwang ba yan, Dom?
Buwang man kan.
Mita ba na niya? Jod? Literal?
Hindi man. Sa naggamit yun. Balance naman ko man mga hero.
Gani.
Mita ni mo ko man sa'yo, mita.
Siyempre, as usual, uptik mo ta.
Palito ng pinakamahal na pan sa tel.
Oy.
Taga-duwa rin dyan so'y snack na dyan, no?
Stuck na dyan, oh.
Painom dahil dim. Dim.
Pildi pa sa doa, pildi pa sa snack.
Kaya na yung duwa, soy.
Ano?
Di ba, 5 ka mo?
Oo.
Dapat unmade sa nan duwa ka support. Kailangan offlane. Dapat magkasinabot kay ang carry mag-farm naman ka dyan. Bawas na kung dyan ay item.
Miss kan Midra? Midra Iban?
Hindi, mas gana ang offlane dyan mo galaw.
Nya kon ani hero ko mga dugay mo item.
Dalira dyan, mga sintor, dalira, tight.
Oh, tight. My god kada may kan? May is away ka kada is.
Match rabagan ka mo nila kuhan?
Sino?
Sila... Apili mo kasin?
Siguro. Murag.
Match ka mo siguro ng kuhan. Pusog na, bagan ko man ang mainit.
Sige sila batak. Dari sige sila dua. Sila Ram.
Kamu dua sila Ram?
Oh, mga tiguyang.
Oo.
Mamaya latim.
Ato bitaw dito.
Sila.
Oh, dito. Old man sta.
Timingan daw dyan makasuyod ka mo sa'yo.
Oo.
Playoffs ba?
Kamualat bang?
Kaya upat ba naka-bracket? Tapos tig-doha man sa isang ka-bracket ang makasuyod.
Dapat
ilang ka-team na ka dyan?
Ibali 20.
20 ka bok? So, upat ka bracket?
Bakit kayo rin nila?
Ay, yawa din na tuyo. Kung ito yo, apil ng top 3.
Ay, kuan ba dyan? Upat ba dyan?
Upat ka dyan na. Eh, sabi naman sa dyan tuyo eh. Siguro upat. Adya pa dyan mga pas ay dyan. Item
Alas 10. 40.
19 minutes ko na siya. Legends.
Why many Americans were happy because they lost true landmarks and wished that they could.
Isarakan ka double down. Legend 5 na. Ay, Legend 5. Baruton 5.
Hama ba ito na yung inshin?
Awa na ban. Lagi. Dawa 37 na.
Ngam na ban man?
Adi sir ma-open. 2020 ay 2035 pa ko no? Dawa build pa ka 2 week. Tondlas ni mo tagamit ba nakot na ako? Yusuf ka na
Medyo mid laner. Soy, wait, dua.
At tabuk. Still minutes naman, naman.
Kaya na mo palag sa imo.
Uy, huwag naman. Ya malagi ni utak ko asyador pre.
Nabuwa tong duwa.
Daw kasi garbat sa ako. Daw.
Bobo mo duwa.
Para ko
mo.
Para maka-experience siya.
Ya, bisa Dota. Kira ko Dota siya.
Okay, sige inom mo, pre. Kaluoy sa barkada Jawa, duwar may daog. Dahik, may inik. Grabe na may nabil ti Jawa.
Sip.
And she said, it's John Cage's birthday, and us artists want to collect. What should what if it was 60th?
Eduardo pa rin gagaling.
T-Rex, Crusader type.
T-Rex, ginalingan ang pagka-loser.
Nice. Ban ng kuan. Clarky. Easy po.
Pick. Plastic yan ako.
Nice. Nice.
Offline. Baka makalimutan.
Hindi na kaya mo Magnus?
Nice. Palamian mong gadudo.
Nice.
Okay.
Nay, adyo kay Marikrot to. Adyo kay Marikrot. Grabe. Adyo kay Marikrot.
At ang utana, tiguyang ba siya? Sorry. Hindi lang, pwede sa titos.
Tiguyang bulagal ako.
Nag-udi man ako.
Nag-udi naman ako.
Hindi na.
Kitaan ng udi oh. Kumampaw kita sa yung hindi ka pre.
Hindi na sa...
Sabi na ako si Modi. Rampage yun eh. Tawa.
Rampage na sa...
Binarda ta? Tilta?
So dos tao, kakil ta. Silog soko.
Ang sarap pagsud. Kay
apa jam to?
Ito nang kaya. Oh no.
Dire ta usod? Hama ta dire?
Dahil tayo sa tunga. Oy, ipkis kon. Yes sir.
Si Kono?
May isa ako na siya.
Ay. Jaw no.
John. Ajari.
One, go.
Hey.
Dawa.
Mga blue words. Tagtago ko na yan. Blue words. Naging ano pa.
Dawa na kayo liatag gunit. Nag-release mo lagi ng kuwan ako.
Kaya alam kasi nabot ko. Kaya tayo kuwan. Sabi na blue word oh. Oy. Up. Puta ina.
So that to the point that he deliberately wanted to
Doon sa
say
tapo.
things about
Ato na. Kuha na lagi ga.
Nakuha na.
Rikta na item, Kyle. Ako na wag-ward.
Uy, grabe mga bakabla ko. Grabe naman dyan, Jawa. Grabe mga kabata ko, Bert.
At the time, I thought, well, I should be the answer all this. But I thought, no, it's really going to get crazy when I start answering it.
Grabe naman dyan.
Newspapers at each other.
Grabe naman dyan, no?
Wardy mo ah. Hi, courier. Oh, direto magdawag. Punta na. I-checker ta.
Ada, libel to
So, sige. I-checker ako target ta.
I knew from my relationship with that the kind of person Don was, she was quite likely to say.
Hey.
And I know
Tayo.
she took me aside and said, you know, you did love me. She was gracious enough to do that for me. So that was great.
Birada ta ah. Pwede ta mo suyod. Ano? Balanar. Oh.
Ah, ipos sakat. Sakat.
Sige, sabok ako.
Pull. Dario, apit na. Gansi mo gansi na ito. Ay, labon boots na ako.
Mana?
Kira.
Yang Lotus ya.
Ay, tanay. Ako na biraw.
Ah.
Pwede ta mo dakop. Pwede taway sa ako, Ander eh.
Dario.
Sige, samok ka ra.
Dario.
Samok ka ra. Saan dyan? Ay, kuha na ako Lotus.
Dyan Lotus.
Nakuha man. Sakang ko rin ganina. Gamit na.
Farm bro.
Ouch.
Farm bro.
Gary is diri oh.
Wala.
Sige, go!
Dito apakaran ko. Nice.
Your top tower is under attack.
So we had to have some background to allow them to have their relationship.
Your top tower is under attack.
Down is direct. Wayan warang lock.
Sila Bailo.
Samok ka ra.
Buang naman ka brad. Uy, yung Porcelia?
Yeah.
Daran.
Kaya na to mid yun.
Tag kaya.
Kan, pwede na kumukan na. Ganay, kuhaan ko na yung bounty. Kami ako boots, di ako, kainin yung pano. Tagoy dun.
Hey! Yeah, sorry.
Sige na, dala ka. Diyan mo, tapis yung nag-isipin.
Kabubo ka dito.
Kaya na
Parang gawa.
Kanara.
Grenade shots.
Ikik ini, isa ikik. Yung Combustor.
Okay. Yan, tagatang ko.
XP oh, XP.
Jawa sa ba?
Di ba kami kaway? Ano, pakita niya. Kut-kuto ni ulit.
Pula na ako pula.
Pula ka dito.
Wait, hindi.
Okay ra top lane. Kulata na top lane kan.
Ah, kailangan kuha ko ng kuhan. Wisdom.
Kulata na top lane. Kaya may bayo.
Dari dyan, no? Wala may asok kuhan. Tuwan.
Gana, sa ano. Tara.
Tako.
Sige na.
Saka na
Oh,
stop.
Jelena, back na.
Patay ako.
Dapat isara to patay.
Sige, buhay pa mo kaya.
Patay na ako.
Yay. Bats.
Okay na. Kulata mga po sila.
Your top tower is under attack.
Tayo strict.
Day stack ka rin. Sakay stack ka lamang.
Buwa mo yun ko ano. Sige, Brad.
Bisita ra kan dire, kuan.
Ah.
Iya, oy.
Level 6 na nito, yan yung patay.
Bisita ra kan dire tol kay kulata na mo kol. Kyle.
Oo.
Bisita ra kan dire.
Wala ka.
Kaya na to mid yun.
Uy, grabe mo na. Is din mo tiga. Kare.
Ah, sige na.
Dari ya.
Wailing na oh.
Ay na, papatay na ang baga.
Jawa, nasunog pa gano'n. Jawa, napatay man ako sa sariling favorite hero. Diyan naman ako ni Bak. Ay, balik.
Is dati. Sige lang. Nakambala ang kuhan, tuhod. Maka-isis mo wala tuhod.
Butangin the reward, Kyle.
Kyle, ikaw bisita, Kyle. Bisita ko sa kaya gana din rin pagpatay-patay. Pabor kami.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Ako na kan.
Ray, ko kawawa.
bottom tower is under attack.
Ako sa up.
Oh.
Spot ra, spot.
Sure.
Kainin akong panaw eh.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Basta.
Kita siya.
Eh.
Aray ko.
Tama.
Yan ka rin eh.
Kasamok doon ni Is. Marunong sab.
Kabayo sa John.
Your bottom tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
Push na ta, push na ta. Atras na, atras na. Atras na, atras na. Amaraya!
Ah, dyan lina oh.
Ano niya, pag-farm! Ano niya, pag-farm!
Oo.
Dali, 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 dali.
Kyle, securean Russell.
Tago na dali, tol.
Daw na sa top.
Top na.
Dari na po dito dire.
Tapi
Dali ko, farm.
Ah, kadawa oh.
Dario.
Siyod naman na.
Dario.
Kuya kumaan na, na-block ako.
Alanganin mo ba ito?
Ya, dawa.
Adyan na, Soy, adyan na.
Oo.
Your top
Mas
tower
jay
is
lina
under
daw. Ara
attack.
ba lina?
Kyle,
Matay ito di ako.
Nasa top.
Ipalibak ang buwang.
Ano na dyan? Padali ka dyan. Wala na ikaw. Tipir ka dyan.
Is under attack.
Dakop-dakop na yun eh.
oh, wait.
Nag-dogger lagi ikaw.
Kami dakon.
So yun, John. Kaya?
Kaya.
Diba, nice tanan. Kaya.
16 seconds sa kakuan. Nakalagyo sa
Pabit
kakuan.
ako diya. Pabit ako. Diya kulti.
Is under attack.
Midra kan siguro.
Dire structures are fortified.
Kabantay na.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Travel ka po niya.
Your middle tower
Sabi ka dali mo ka farm mo.
Ari, so.
Okay.
No, dyan, matimingan pa kasi.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yaw.
Nangarin mo yung sweet boy?
Your middle tower is
Sayang lane eh. Mabuhi. Oh? Yawa na kayo.
Yan, dito, largo, farm.
Lagi. Lagi na kumana be. 3, 2.
Gawa ra sa ako, Kyle. Adyan sa
Patay ka na ako dyan. Nakabuhi lang ako pinag-istan. Nakansila na ako sa kills.
Kyle, di rito. Naka-isage? Push na ta, Kyle. Balik na top.
Dapong ko dyan, John. No?
under attack.
Ay, dali, paabot ako sud. Ano ta?
Soda ko. Soy.
Dari sila dire. Dari sila.
Ayan, ipakita.
Dali pakita.
Sino dyan is? Dito isa ako. Parang nakatap.
Go na.
Ay, ulti yung ES. Ulti yung ES.
I spot. Soy.
Ayo.
Kala dyan.
Gama na istanan.
Kamang.
No. Sorry, bay.
Grabe ka timing.
Sorry, bay.
Sakit.
Lina sa ida. Ay,
Ay,
grand
ako.
mo.
Najawa.
Jawa na lina. Sorry, bay. Sorry.
Is under attack.
Jawa na lina. Ano timing man niya pag tipi?
Your top tower has fallen. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Jawa ka dakot ko na. Paano ba? Patay lang mga Weaver. Okay ra?
Really worth it.
Gani, Jawa. Ay!
Ba't dyan takin?
Ilang ko ano?
Dyan ay. Ba't dyan ay doon?
Lina.
Dario?
Talay na dahil makatipi man ko.
Pamanay Pitlord, unsa ra? Kada tipi ra. Adya nay. Kay pag pamanay pag is ra ka kun kuan.
Dari.
Mayan.
Ada na eh, nagong kuan eh. Spot.
Lama kau gay na rakaw gay ikaw.
Pamanay Pitlord. Parmasa palihog.
Ano?
Parmasa.
Sige.
Bisita ra ko sa amo kun jay mo isis. Sa clash.
Bisita ra akong kaan.
Kung jay mo pa ibinignit.
Ito dyan sa Tupperware na spaghetti.
Warless ko no.
Pwede.
Radiant structures are
Okay.
fortified.
Pagkabisa na ka mo dyan.
Jawa jay chiker ah.
Pero,
Kuya kumana ha.
Jawa.
Isa po.
uy. Grabe man, no? Killing spree, no?
Kaya napuwi pa may next.
In style. Yan lagi din kuan.
Wala
lagi kumana dyan.
Naista na ako dyan. Dyan eh. Naista na ako dyan ba? Huwag saan nauli ko. Nag-isa na ako sa mid.
Ikaw ka the jewel.
Wala kumana lagatan ako, wala kumana. Pag shackles na ako sa warlock yan, wala kumana.
Break ta na item ako na wag mag-ward.
Leader way item mo.
Awa dia dyan. Padong Weaver ya. Dari yuk. Hot dan yun lang.
Kaya kapas-pas.
May ato push juga.
Farm ra ka mo.
Pero suro yun agad. Farm ra.
Awa.
Ito na.
Pwede ako bakapan.
Kaya Christmas ah.
Dyan. Pwede rin patay dyan eh.
Nakulat.
Where did the
Ulit dia, bre. Sura.
Ya, papatay.
Na, John.
Oy, kabiret. Tingnan na.
Weaver. Patay ako, Jawa.
Delikado naman mo sa'yo.
Sabla pa.
Shit. Grabe.
Ayan na Kyle. Hawa Kyle.
Wala kayo isip na matatuod.
Dagger mo.
Basta sila ka dyan, Jawa, magkuhan na. Sige na, nag-farm pa man nato kuhan.
Kaya langanin at dapat takot din mo. Uda ko paano, hindi ko ka mo makasulit.
Sige, kaya pa yan. Kaya pa yan. May ulti niyo. Bikibira ka na ko largo da.
Drag natin.
BKB.
was flawless. Before the attacks, a qualified Russian employee could earn up to 200,000 rubles a month. However, the severe ruble
Kyle, saan pa, Kyle?
devaluation and massive
Takbo ng
inflation
kuhan.
in 2025
Siap ako yung sista. Sige, tara.
practically worthless. As the cost of
Lina, may warlock dun sa likod ah.
the system began to collapse
Ayan na
under its own weight. But this was only
Dahil Chikiro.
Sila diri. Ato yes oh. Dari ah.
Jelly na, bakra. Iatos.
Uyati kami.
Siyan kami.
Inis down sa likod. Dun.
Ay, aja na, Jarkan.
Ajo, lima sila.
Jawa, permiti man mag-iima.
Bakra.
Permiti mo sila mag-iban ba?
Waya, jauh sila.
Ayaw sila. Nawayaw sila.
Ito, nagko-tormentor.
Tutap.
Wala, nagsibiyaga na.
Balik tiri ka mo.
Nag-tormentor ba dyan?
Kyle, ako naman diya, Kyle. Ladyo na ka.
Kaya sila sa abot.
Because the Russian state apparatus knows all too well what migrant worker unrest signifies. This has always been the most sensitive nerve for Russia's internal security. Because these people have no ideological loyalty to the system.
Abante na gamay, Orsa.
Putin's patriotic rhetoric.
Anam na diri.
Apit naman sa do.
Dahil sila bottom, dahil lahat sa bottom.
Down yung mga dari oh. Dahil is dari.
Dari na diri.
Wala ka to sila ato.
But the situation unfolding in
Dari sila diri.
is far more dangerous than the 2023
Kaya
because the crisis in
Your middle tower is under attack.
Ato na.
Kaya sakto.
Diyan na, back na.
Bak na ko.
Ay, batay ako.
Warded ba?
Batay ako.
Your top tower is under attack.
First kill.
Ay.
Diri ako, first kill na to diri.
Wagabi man ang na words mo dyan.
Butangan ko na ako dyan. Balik na diri ka.
Dario. Janay.
Yung nagbanta.
Sayang ito.
Mantas dyan largo, Brad. Ay, nagkuhan baga, Jaya. Ganim sa buwang mo.
Down sila diri oh.
wages and internal decay isn't just confined to the energy terminals.
Kakayanin lang.
In the very heart of Russia's military-industrial complex, just down the road in St. Petersburg,
Your top tower is under
workers there
attack.
are not traitors.
Likuron siguro ini.
Forced neglect.
Baka na bak.
Warded diri oh. Warded dia.
Hindi may likuron.
Tuntang.
Yan na yung linaw.
Dari.
Spot. Dari ba? Nice.
Grabe, ay kill.
Dari ba? Ito.
Jawa, yaman ito! Gunit ha!
Yaman mo tag-gunit. Tingnan mo ginidya.
Tagultihan mo nimo. Third skill dito.
Sa kill dati.
Abot ganina.
Abot. Gawad ka mo rason pag dito.
Apas pa na.
Abot ba?
Diyan, Ra. Tuhan. Patoy.
Kamubo-mubo tong rin sa akin.
I-replay na to, i-replay.
Abot ba?
Gawin ang katubangan daw.
Parehas lang rin sa kan.
Tage chance. Tage chance.
Patagay dyan, Soy.
Ay, dawa patay ako. Dahil mo kay Weaver.
Reset na ba? Reset na.
Antay, reset na.
Yan na, Soy.
Ipihan na lagi yun.
Patagay ka chance, Soy. Soy.
Makagano ka mga tag-tag.
Kaya pa, kakayanin pa.
Kailangan ka din, Soy. Yung mga tag chance.
Dari lang buwang mo. Magdaya ko das kagalingan. State lang.
Gari na yung pasingot sa ako.
Dota ward. Defensive ward ba ano ito?
Defensive ward. Defensive ward to, dito oh. Ibutang sa high ground.
Straight try niyo.
High ground dapat para.
DD. Makaris ta. Ay, gawin.
Mangod ta, ito na oh.
Ay, yagto na. Patay ka diya, pre.
Ayaw ko dito.
Kaya man na to high ground depensa.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Ay, apas pa pipe.
Apas pa na.
I-pipe ra ka nanay.
Back na ta, Brad.
Nag-atos mo.
What is it? Pipe crimson. Kahit ba yung ka-physical lock?
Nadya.
Dire structures are fortified.
Kalimot, nag-atos na inoon.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
Mag-RS sila, mag-RS.
Niyo, kidnapon tayo niyo. Patay man na. Good, may isa na backdoor. May galain.
Kuantay ni. Dali.
Tara.
Masaka ko diha oh. Agad ka pakita. Masaka ko dali.
Block TP pa. Yeah, block TP.
Dari linaw ni.
Gawa, sakpan ako ba eh?
Bak.
Natap na ko.
Sarap na ka? Saan na ulit?
Natap na ko.
However, this strategy backfired on Russia due to the absence of rescue ships. Now, these floating bombs pose an explosive risk in Russian ports or on routes Russian wants to control.
Basher na ko?
Tanker exploded while
Your bottom
Isis ng
tower
kano,
is
ano?
under attack.
Dapat may kuan. Night to.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen.
running with a torch to burn down his neighbor's house, set his own house on fire.
Yan na.
This is where Kapitan Ushakov would come into play. He was the guardian angel who would rescue the Shadow Fleet ships, which roamed like stray mines, frequently malfunctioned and crashed, towing through icy waters.
Ito ka dun.
Uy, agad sila. Dara.
Diwad na dali, diwad. Pagdali. Uy.
Diwad na.
Ajo pag ato.
Uy.
Pag ato.
Kaya para tagtambay man yun.
Tara. Ini yuk.
G.
Dali, Adari, orsa.
Butangi ulti kail.
Higo.
Oke. Uy, dari yuk.
Kaya nambak ata, nambak mo ni.
Tawa. Konti minit run ko.
Patay na ako lingan. Makuha na to,
Dari atas, di atas.
5 seconds.
Uy.
Gamat na.
Orsa.
Uy, ini ano, di buyback.
Ara.
Sige, dari ako.
Patay ng buyback. Back na.
Buyback ka na. Hold.
Ajan na
Pas
pagbalik.
ako, alak ko dyan.
Patay na sa. Nice one. TP. Nice.
Jawa.
Apa.
Naglibog ako. Grabe na kukuli.
May bali isang Russian. Kaya nila napatay.
What was the result? He added 1,300 kilometers of NATO line to his border and lost his dominance in the Baltic Sea forever. The collapse of the Yaroslavl ship is the economic reflection of this geopolitical trap.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Immortality.
Atag dyan 80s. Dawa. Diri.
Bakta.
High ground na siguro ta. Kaya ba natin mag-high ground?
High ground kaya.
Pahala mo. Ato na.
Ato.
Dario.
Sorry bay. Uli.
Yes,
Dire, Lina. Lina. Heksanay.
Dieback na, dieback.
Dario.
Sa'yo.
Payambak lagi dito. Deward.
Dieback Lina. Sana sa course eh man to.
Deward.
Ako Deward.
Dario.
Pushta.
Kanan ako dia.
Di pa makuha. Kyle. Oh yeah.
Jawa ka dito nila is.
Jarakan.
Reset na bay. Reset. Awa dia. Rusa.
Taso.
Ako na dyan. Akin na yan. Hapit to. Akin na yan. Pwede na tunaw ng Lina. Sa Abyssal na.
Oo, mas gana ang Lina nahon kaya mo may nagdaya sa ilanan.
Dari, hapit naman na.
Push lang tatap.
Tanay. Padong na tap.
Kalaban. Back na.
Oh, padong back na. TP na bay? TP na. Ato na pa kumpiyansa oras ah.
TP.
Pagdaya.
Atrasan. Basi mo sunod na to. Atras na.
Atras na.
Uy, iba ba dyan sila? Kita ka dyan. Pato na lagi yun.
Ay, Johnny.
Gratis. Pati PR si Johnny. Bak na. Moro to.
Farm pit. Dere tol.
Oo, ligi.
Pit clear na.
Kapit na, 500 dyan. Hawa na diya.
May ulti ng NS oh. Ajara pagawa.
Dara, kaya mo i-diff dyan? Basic lang yan, i-diff lang yan. Oh, yan ay isis ha. Yan ay ulti. Di ako iniran ko dyan.
Sayang.
Di ako, pikit mo brad.
Kaya ako, Kyle, patago ako, Kyle.
Dari yo. Diyan ay, kadalira. Inira ka dito.
Kasi act for stop.
Pwede yun. Uy, sayang.
Tabang.
Ih, unat. Second skill, sayang.
Bakal.
Oh, yang kuan na, IS ha. Ato lagi.
Away.
Away.
Ay, nasangit to.
Away yan ako kibi.
Dari.
Ano ba kaya? Ano rin, ano?
Kadera.
Parisit talaga. Layata.
Patay na. Nice one.
Your bottom tower
Karakan
is
dari
under
yo.
attack.
Down.
Dawa. Dari, tago.
Is under attack.
Niawa yo.
Ay, away.
Nangaway. Hindi na rin nagdaw yun. Niaway
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Worth it. Buyback.
Reset na.
Dahil sa the reward daw.
May gana ito man sunod. John.
May ags ni John. Tagot na.
I-reduce naman. Reduce cooldown. Ay, pwede ba dyan? Organims.
Naganim stop.
Maraki hapang ba dyan?
Pwede na kabalik farm.
More than it,
Pwede na kabalik farm dire. Safety na ko dire.
Oo.
Andre yo.
Pati diri butangan wards. Ada na ba?
Maya, pili na.
Ojo.
Dana.
Oh. Diluy. Oh, jangan sa top oh. Jangan sa top ang kuan. Alina.
Dario, mabil diri na wards oh.
Guys.
Kuha.
Direct to.
Then ay RS to.
Dari pakita ka dyan. Dari.
Oo. Ato.
Sod.
RS.
Why sod. Kaya, Kylo.
Guys, RS.
Oh.
Tara. Wards sana yung wards.
Paganim sana ka na ko para mabuha ko item. Hapit na.
Sige.
Dugay pa doon.
Okay pa?
Dali, advance dire yo.
Tara.
Taward.
Dana. Kayang kanin ng creeps dire.
Bantay ako sa mid. Diyan sila sa mid oh. Hop, ato.
Ay.
Dali, Dario, likod. Dario.
Ari, no,
Uy, Dario, lantaw.
Sayang, bay! Third skill na kan, bay!
Sayang oh. Third skill lantaw na to.
Third skill na kan, bay!
Dara.
Third skill na kan, Kyle, palihog!
Sayang to.
Dario, Dari.
Dario. Kyle.
Pa oh.
Samuksa.
Dari pa. Patay na dyan, Brad.
Dawa. Sayang, rampik.
Uy, rampage, pre, oh. Sayang, pre. Sorry, pre. Sorry. Dawa, sabi niyo. Wisit.
Away na ta.
Away na. Dawa ng Lina, wag to siguro di kayo ton.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures are fortified.
Diretso.
The
Ini
enemy's
serang
middle
Israel.
tower has fallen.
Pwede taris.
Structures are fortified.
Jepo siya na eh.
Tapos yun eh.
Pipe done.
5.
Sakop mana?
Nara, isa ta.
The
Ares
enemy's
na dyan
middle
tao.
tower has fallen.
Ares taris.
5 rata bay.
Gira.
Nira. Ya pa Lina.
Basi mo layat.
Grabe naman dyan niya.
Basi mo layat. Oo. Oh, sakto. Sakto man ako.
Bak na.
Baknoy.
Bakra.
Away na ka, di ko mahimo. Atras kamay. Waya.
Bak na. Kaya nang kabi ko.
Bak na. Uy, atras.
Diato Jemo.
Ang Weaver. Jari sa ako. Di Jawa, patay ako. Hirakan, bakrakan.
Aman.
Bak na. Dagger na.
Away.
Uy, jam.
Kyle.
Uy, grabe man ang ulti. Nay! Kasakit ta. Nay! Dario, Kyle!
Kyle, hold Kyle.
Kyle! Is Kyle!
Jawa na kaloy.
Waya na mga.
Kaya si Kyle!
Bak na.
Bak na!
Wala na trap. Pipi. Kaya mo stun. Sayang.
Nay! Ay ka. Sige ra.
Sayang bay.
Pero ba ako baybak ko?
Di ako baybak.
Ha?
Ya kalazo na.
Baybak ko?
Apas patana to si Mihong.
Baybak ako, no?
Ajo. Jaya ako. Ajo nay.
Your bottom
Pagubara na.
Your bottom tower has fallen. Your bottom barracks has fallen.
Sa likod ako bay.
Barracks are under attack. Your bottom barracks has fallen.
Buyback dyan.
Baybakin.
Are fortified.
Para mo atras. Diyan naman sa si Kyle. May mga BKB dyan, no?
Uy, di buyback man.
Sige.
Dakpay sa.
11 seconds so.
Dali. Jari, eso. Sikat Kyle.
So,
Ana Kyle, sakto Kyle. Third track Kyle, permit ni Kyle.
Aris ta dyan ta, Aris.
Makarista.
Ayata na ka na si John eh.
Yes.
Ayata na si John eh.
Mamaya na yung iba.
Tara, Aris ta.
Exercise Sorigao or Fail Incorporated.
Ay, OD against the wall.
Pwede taris?
Pwede. I-secure, ano ini yun? Ini ba ini?
Lagi.
Dario, uy!
Ano na eh? Sige, abanti ka na. May dagger ka. Abanti, ano gamay. Oh, dakpano. Hoy! Palihog, Oh!
Lina. Patay yun, Weaver.
ang linaw. Pa-preheat.
Dari.
Ala, way go buyback ko.
Uya biyak baybak, dawa.
Uli.
Patay ako. Dilipat. Ay, dawa. Ay!
Uli man siya.
Baybak man ang Weaver tapos ang isa. Sige, diff ra ka nanay. Ka-diff pa man.
Kita man to bay, diri.
Ano, butang ihayas diyo.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Jara.
Si ara baby kibini yung dawa.
Your middle tower has fallen.
Dokal, ano pa kita Kyle?
Your middle
Jara ka nanay, jara ka nanay.
attack.
Ano pa kita?
Your middle
Pagaba.
Anara.
your middle
Jara, ato na mutap na sila. Ay,
Unaran Lina.
is under attack.
gani.
Utok naman na.
Ka dudok, dawa.
Kyle kalo.
Ato na.
Kyle.
Nakabikibik pa man.
Yun na, sige na.
Kyle, why ikuan?
Dera kan kayo. Nah, batay na datis. Uy, tabangin ni Joe. First stop pa ni Johnny. Uy, si Johnny. Stick mo rin. Tajuk para ba ko ha?
Tower is under attack.
May spot.
Baka na eh. Soy, bak.
Lip.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Ato. Oh my god.
Kuantar is
Jawa.
dali. Play lang baka bikibi.
Tara. Kana niya. Tara, wards. Una akong kong lina.
Taper ako. Tara.
Did you wards? Sintry? Diri.
Dari oh. Dari.
Atara.
Hoy!
Jawa mo na to. Atara, dakpan na doon.
Kyle.
Sabaray, hoy. Tagoy, kayo lagi.
Darkel. Piso ah.
Hoy.
Front atan is. Ano, patay nga mo.
Sa Aris. Aris na ko ha. Mag-aris na ko.
Kaya na, GG na sila.
Hoy. Sabaray, hoy.
Depensa ko.
Really say IK pratanan.
Dari yung kuhain niyo. Uy.
Banner ko ah. Weber oh.
Wala.
Sige na ako na depensa. Ritso na ko na. Oh, lagi. Di ba na ako mapatay?
Dari man si Kon Shaman. Diyan may ulti ni
Tapos na to.
Kaya babada.
Dira tayo.
Utangin ang banner largo. Dari oh. Dari.
That's
Pero Weaver oh.
5.
Kyle na kuha na rang Weaver Kyle.
Banner na Kyle. Dari.
Banner.
Tama to. Alam siguro pa. Ano
Radiant
Taban?
structures are fortified.
Pagahi pa kita nila.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Away oh.
Dario, Webero.
Away.
Pakang...
Dawa ako may kung sa...
Push na.
Push na.
The enemy's
Ambak na. Yatsa, pabutang nga na. Siguro seconds kayo yatsa. Era. Ato ni, ambak na.
Kompleto sila. Kyle, wait.
Uy. Dawa.
Back gamay, back na.
Baka na.
TP.
Bak na.
Ulti soy. Back na soy. TP soy. TP na.
Eh, si Arabiak PKB Jawa. Dito, kuhan? Buyback?
Dari.
Hey. One win na ini ba?
Buyback na ako.
Yun, may BKB.
Jason. Sod B.
Uyo.
Wisod. Pat yun na to yung lina. So,
Mira,
pat yun na to.
Lina na pag mapatay.
Janay, pagambak. Jaya ko hik.
Sige. Yatin na ka natin yun. Apit naman.
Yara ba iisa na ko ano.
Tara, Lina.
Nice one.
Atrasan na. Tabangin yung ice pot.
Nice one.
Tara.
Uy! Jawa miga.
Hoy, sab Lina, okay na.
Bidita. Ato, apas.
Apas, ulti daw.
Why the dagger?
Tara. Uy, Lina.
Ako na depensa.
Ba't ko na ko ano? Nawa.
Dili si. Ay, janag ulti mo ba sa ikin? Aga na mabuhay ng Lina.
Tara. Pressure na si Kuan. Pressure kan siguro ka. Okay? Hanapon nato yung Lina ra ka dyan. Jawa ka dyan Lina. Atras. Jawa sa tahanin ka ako dyan.
Gold and sweet.
Bantay oh.
Sud ka mo?
Gapay sud.
Ice advances.
Pero may naduwa Jawa.
Hindi man ata.
Hindi ka ako nahuno.
Oh, mas
Ready buyback ka mo oy? Ready buyback Kyle?
Ako buyback.
Ha? Dahil dyan buyback?
Farm.
Hingaw.
Basta nagsud sila bantay.
Isodi na.
Dari bagandari Basta nagbilin sila words diri
Way lagi the reward.
Wait, reward. Kyle, butang. Kama. Pa-deliver ako sa bird. Agarims na ka, Lord? So sayang.
Agarims?
Oo.
Wayan ka.
Mag-crimson pa siya.
Gana tana, okay madak pa.
Lino. Naguyat bagan sila ini.
Mo backdoor kita jare may ako is.
Palitan sud.
Kaya sambat-sambar man to na ako ganina na mo backdoor. Jagan mangud sila.
Daw sabot ni TP and Lina. Dali kay sud. Weaver.
Tayo, pitason ta dyan. Yaman siguro ko.
Dari ako.
Dari oh.
Penalito.
May buyback dyan, no?
Di ako kabayo.
Dito ka mo.
Sige, dyan may ato Underlord. Pwede naman takuan. Mo, TP diri Isis ni Underlord. Tara, hanap ta.
Pwede ra, tara.
Dani, aris ya pa.
Ya pa pre. 1 minute pa.
1 minute.
Dani, hapit na. 900 rakan. Hapit na ako.
RS lang siguro. Secure na ka na RS.
Man, iyatan na ito ang ares. Muguta.
Ya may Weaver.
Sige, go ka mo!
Tara. Kumubay, back rata. Tara.
Lina.
Lina.
Paparman na ako. Gamay rakan.
Sige.
Tama, tagpay. Tara.
Oh, jangan lina diri ako. Jangan lina.
Mantipian na.
Jangan. Sige, tipi.
Tawa, dyan mo isis. Jatis na.
Dari sila ako sa'yo.
Butang yan ikuan.
Jay, ngunit.
Dari ako, pat dyan niyo. Dari ako, pasingon ako diya. Diyan na, patay na dyan.
Your ancient is under attack.
Isis na na.
Na kaya ganim sa iyag.
Ajo ibutang diri Anward diri sa taas para makita na ako.
Is under attack. Your ancient is
Dawa yun, uy.
Sayang.
May ikuan sa Pitlord ba dyan? Aganims? May isa na kagana?
Duma ka kasi pag ulti na mo, may second skill na doon.
Okay.
Gana dyan, pre?
Gana lagi dyan.
Mga clash down.
Item. Kuni ba? Sa Jakiro gani. Ay, putang ina, ang sarap naman yan.
May nag-push.
Aris na to.
May nag-push.
Ha?
Dari diri. Nah, ito lagi.
Patay ta Jawa. Three ta buyback.
Sige ra, di ako buyback. Pasadya ato bagahi, Jawa. Tot na to ba?
Dari man ako diri.
Siguro sila buyback. Dahil Raya pa mamano nga. Diyos, dawa replacer bang warlock?
Dahil sila diri, butangin daw yellow diri. Yellow diri para makita na ako.
Tara. Uy. Nice one. Lina.
Lina oh. Naglupad diri.
Oy. Depensa.
Your ancient is under attack.
Uy, X na yun. Uy. Dario.
Your ancient is under attack.
Uy, ang gulim. Gabi agay.
GG na ba?
Uji anal man.
Ay, ganim sa na to, Pitlord. Gana.
Okay na to.
Nung. Uy, so easy ko no. Dawards.
Easy.
The words.
Dawards.
Iba man.
Need this.
Iba na pagka-easy, oh.
Dinang ko dawat na ko.
Sige,
Kamarakan sa. GGG.
Iba na pagka-easy kay 59 minutes.
Yan na, minus 1 ang dadong ka mo. Si Biaga naman.
Yan na.
May oras na.
Kasan sisinga tayo na pa.
Sayang, oh.
Sayang. Sayang na sayang. Si Kailan load man?
Bot. Naload siya.
Ato lagi is lagi. Di ba ko DJ turn skill dito? Lantaw natin replay.
Largo ra ka sleep well ay.
Naload ba si Kailan load?
Yan naman pakita.
Okay.
Ha?
Naload ba si Kailan? Kaya mo?
Nagkasamaan ba na to? Ya, klaro ato kaduol na yung third skill.
GG.
Gigi. Lantaw ta replay.